Welcome to the Sky Sea channel, which always discusses everything about the sea. In this video, we are going to take you on a journey to discover the top 5 largest ports in the world. Ports are vital for international trade and transportation, as they handle millions of containers and cargo every year. They are also hubs of innovation and technology, as they use advanced systems and solutions to enhance their efficiency and productivity. But which ports are the biggest and busiest in the world? And what makes them so impressive and unique? Let's find out. But before we dive into our list, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We really appreciate your support. Now let's get started. Number 5. Port of Guangzhou, China. This port is located in the Pearl River Delta, one of the most densely populated and industrialized regions in China. It has access to inland rivers and nearby lake basins, making it a hub for both domestic and foreign trade. In 2020, it handled 23.19 million 20-foot equivalent units, a measure of containerized cargo. It is also one of the world's largest refrigerated container ports, hosting over 12,000 reefers a year. But did you know that this port is also home to a giant panda named Yuan Yuan? He was born in 2008 at the Chengdu research base of giant panda breeding and was sent to Guangzhou as a goodwill ambassador for the 2010 Asian Games. He lives in a special enclosure at the port's zoo, where he enjoys bamboo and fruits. How cute is that? Did you know that Guangzhou is also known as the City of Flowers? It has over 2,000 kinds of flowers and plants that bloom all year round. That's quite a contrast from the busy and bustling port. According to a report by McKinsey & Company in 2019, the port of Guangzhou contributed to 12.5% of China's GDP and 8.5% of its trade volume. That's quite impressive, don't you think? Number 4. Port of Shenzhen, China. This port is composed of multiple ports and terminals, and it is based in Shenzhen, a city that borders Hong Kong. It connects to over 600 ports in 100 countries and regions worldwide, and it is known for importing and exporting raw materials such as iron ore, crude oil, and coal. In 2020, it handled 26.55 million 20-foot equivalent units, making it one of the busiest ports in the world. But did you know that this port is also a pioneer in green shipping? It was the first port in China to implement shore power technology, which allows ships to plug into electricity at berth instead of using diesel engines. This reduces air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions significantly. The port also uses solar panels, electric vehicles, and smart lighting systems to save energy and protect the environment. How cool is that? Did you know that Shenzhen is also known as the Silicon Valley of China? It is a global center for innovation and technology, and it hosts many high-tech companies and startups. According to a report by the World Bank in 2018, the port of Shenzhen ranked first in the world in terms of Container Port Performance Index, which measures the efficiency and productivity of ports. That's quite amazing, don't you think? Number 3. Port of Ningbo, Zhoushan, China. This port is the result of a merger between two former ports, Ningbo and Zhoushan, in 2006. It is located in the middle of China's mainland coastline, and it has access to the Silk Road economic belt and waterways such as the Yangtze River Delta. It is also a major port for bulk cargo and oil and gas distribution. In 2020, it handled 28.72 million 20-foot equivalent units, ranking third in the world. But did you know that this port is also a cultural treasure? It is home to many historical sites and attractions, such as the Tianyi Pavilion Museum, which is the oldest private library in Asia, the Baoguo Temple, which is one of the oldest wooden structures in China, and the Mount Puto Scenic Area, which is one of the 4 sacred Buddhist mountains in China. How amazing is that? I bet you didn't know that Mount Puto is also known as the island of Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva of compassion. Did you know that Ningbo Zhoushan is also known as the City of Islands? It has over 1,300 islands in its jurisdiction, some of which are inhabited and some of which are uninhabited. That's quite a contrast from the busy and bustling port. According to a report by the Ningbo Zhoushan Port Group Company, Limited in 2020, The port of Ningbo Zhoushan handled over 1.17 billion tons of cargo in 2020, breaking the world record for annual cargo throughput for the 12th consecutive year. That's quite impressive, don't you think? Number 2. Port of Singapore, Singapore. This port is one of the most important and strategic ports in the world, as it lies at the crossroads of major shipping routes between Asia, Europe, and America. It has terminals in various locations across Singapore, and it has a yearly capacity of nearly 50 million 20-foot equivalent units with its 53 berths. In 2020, it handled 36.6 million 20-foot equivalent units, making it the second largest port in the world. But did you know that this port is also a technological marvel? It uses advanced systems and innovations to enhance its efficiency and productivity, such as automated guided vehicles, remote-controlled quay cranes, intelligent planning systems, and smart sensors. These technologies enable faster loading and unloading of containers, better coordination of operations, real-time monitoring of conditions, and optimal use of resources. How awesome is that? Did you know that Singapore is also known as the Garden City? It has over 300 parks and 4 nature reserves that cover more than half of its land area. That's quite a contrast from the busy and bustling port. According to a report by Drewry Shipping Consultants in 2019, the Port of Singapore ranked first in the world in terms of connectivity index, which measures the number and frequency of ship calls and the range of destinations served by ports. That's quite amazing, don't you think? Number 1. Port of Shanghai, China. This port is the largest and busiest port in the world by far, as it handled a staggering 43.5 million 20-foot equivalent units in 2020. It is located on the east coast of China, and it has access to the Yangtze River and other coastal transport channels. It was also one of the first ports in China to go public, entering the Shanghai Stock Exchange in 2006. But did you know that this port is also a tourist attraction? It offers a spectacular view of the city's skyline, especially at night, when the lights of the buildings and bridges create a dazzling display. The port also has a cruise terminal, where visitors can board luxury ships and enjoy a scenic voyage along the Huangpu River. How beautiful is that? Did you know that Shanghai is also known as the Paris of the East? It has a rich and diverse cultural heritage, and it hosts many festivals and events throughout the year. That's quite a contrast from the busy and bustling port. According to a report by the Shanghai International Port Group Company, Limited, in 2020, the Port of Shanghai accounted for 25.7% of China's foreign trade volume and 6.1% of its GDP. That's quite impressive, don't you think? So there you have it, the top 5 largest ports in the world. Which one impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Sky Sea channel for more amazing content about the sea. Thanks for watching. And see you next time.